Hello again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/trooperberry, and welcome to day 2 of the not the escape, the dance with the Darkwalker tournament here in the Long Dark. So we are, we're about at the halfway point. We have 5 notes. We have 5 notes to get. How well have we done in terms of milking the clock and stretching out the real time survived? Genuinely, I do not know. But we are getting to some of the some zones where we should be able to do a fair amount of clock milking, like PV's big. We can easily do it in Mystery Lake. And I think, I have been thinking about it, I think I've come up with at least 1 or 2 things we can do in Ash Canyon to kind of delay as well. Now, to put this on the record, to be transparent, there are shenanigans you can do by staying in each and every building you find, and because the fog timer does not go up when you're indoors. So that is, because I saw like Bash Robe and Slid and some other people like who are really min-maxing this. That is the way that's how the people who are going to finish in the money in those top 3 places, that's how they're going to do it. I was saying in this run in particular, I'm not going to do that. Partly because, oh God, is it boring. But also because we're using this run as a baseline. We're going to work from this and then see what we can do to maximize paint, like to get the most out of our paint and out of the timers, our wards, etc. So let's jump back in. Okay, our ward is just about up. Yeah, we popped in here to grab a quick naplet. I mean, we got the water. That was the important thing. So we do a quick recon, check what we have. Okay, that's fine. We really don't need that many tinder because we're not going to be starting that many fires. This is fine. Plenty of stims, couple go juices. We'll save those for the climb out of HRV. Ooh, man, no. We took these at 80%. I say, well, they took a beating. No. They've lost 1%. I'd like to touch that and that if we can. Okay, we got rid of most of our heavy food. Lots of coffee. We have 3 liters of water, which is probably a bit too much. I have 10 flares, which is certainly too much. 5 full cans of paint, and then 1 3/4 used. So I have a quick drink before we go. Pop out the revolver in case there's any wolves out there, as there almost certainly will be. Yeah, we'll just go. I did say we're not doing any indoor cheese or shenanigans or what have you. So let's stick to that. Oh, interesting. The ward actually still applies when we're outside of the building. Huh. How about that? I had not seen that before, but good to know. Okay, Wolf. I saw it trying to park itself back there. Oh, it instantly re-aggroes. Fine. There. Now it really won't bother us. Okay, there's our next page.
This will come in handy.
Yet another spray paint can. Sure. Okay, why all the hiccups? This is disconcerting. That is a big old upgrade. Yes, please. Just power through some of that before it gets any worse condition. We have a lantern. We have a good amount of fuel. I'm going to leave that. Yeah, it sounds like it's back that way, following us from the HRV basin. Okay, so we're gonna. Yeah, we're not coming back here. We're at 22%. We probably want to leave at least. Yeah, if we can get out of here before the timer gets it shows up on the bottom left, that'd be good. So how are we for cloth? We got some. Let me take one crack at this. Okay, we'll take one more crack at this. There we go. See if we've overestimated the ward timer again.
Need to give it plenty of space.
Sure did. Now I don't know if I'm misreading it or if it is in fact going more quickly than it should be.
Something moving out there?
Yes, don't drink and walk at the same time. That's dangerous.
What was that?
What? How is it getting closer if we're moving away? Oh, you're having a bun. You go do that. You enjoy. Okay, so we're just gonna head. We didn't get fully rested, but pretty close. Right, so we're gonna head out, go to HRV, do the same thing we did last time. Go down, let the ward expire. Hopefully there aren't Timbies in the ravine, but we know that's a possibility. Then we bring D-dubs to us. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Burned right on the microphone. We're gonna bring D-dubs to us. We'll put a lure down, probably back behind where the fire is, and then we'll coffee and or go juice our way up the rope, just to make sure we don't have any nasty surprises when our ability to move is way more impinged. Alrighty. Hope everyone's weekend is going all right. Like I said yesterday, it's a working weekend for me, so I was only off Saturday, and then I'm going to get, what is it, Wednesday off in lieu. Which, I mean, okay. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Not like I had any fascinating plans, but we'll see. Maybe we'll come back and do some more of this. I don't know. Hey, Lily, good to see you. A good Sunday to you. How far in? We just picked up the Milton note, and then we're leaving that fire. So we got HRV, Mystery Lake, PV, and Timberwolf to go, and then we go to Ash to banish. So 4 more notes plus Ash Canyon. So I think we could probably, yeah. I'm hoping we can knock this out tonight. I can just get a run on the board, and then we can start thinking about strategies and shenanigans and all the various cheese tactics later. Nice battering might be difficult, but good progress. Well, thank you, but yeah, it's yes, I will say like the pathing I've chosen minimizes backtracking. So you see, so we're at 35% toxic fog in Milton now, and we're gonna go straight to HRV. We're gonna wait to milk the fog timer here when we're leaving en route to Mystery Lake via the climbing area. So there is like the path I have, it takes you through the Musk Egg a couple times and through Milton a couple times, but that's it. Everything else, every zone is one and done, which is part of the reason I can do my little approach of setting up shop right at the exit, dropping a ward, and then just staring off into the distance until it's time to leave. Because going by the setup, according to the setup of the challenge, that is actually the most efficient way to increase your real-time survived, but not burn through your wards. Because otherwise, like if you like sharpen your tools or repair clothing or even just pass time, you don't actually come out ahead on a real-time basis. Basically, if you either sleep or you do nothing. Like, you know what? I got 10 flares. I should be using these. Okay, we're leaving with 40%. That's good. I like that. Now, ideally, we can get through here before there are any issues. But we'll see. I hope your weekend's going well, Lily, and you're it is as relaxing and quiet as you wish it to be. Okay, we good. No loot of note there. Where is it? Oh no, it's at the, it's the exit to Mystery Lake. That cave that has the extra can of paint. Oh yeah, let me do this real quick while we're here. Hello?
Oh, I don't need that. I, I, really, I swear to God, this game listens. Oh my God.
Ouch. The rarely seen. I mean, well, not rarely seen, like the oft seen incidents of the dice clearly hating you. Are we? Yeah, we're really well. Okay, we're really slow because we're walking again directly into the wind. Why wouldn't we be? Like, what else would we be doing? Yeah, see, we're in a damn wind tunnel, and we're walking right into it, which is well, exactly what we don't want. Which is a decent argument for me for cutting some weight at some point, but honestly, part of me just wants to, at the very least, hold on to all of our cans of paint, so I can get like a visual idea, like how much more ability we have to dawdle, to drop wards, and well, not lures. We haven't dropped that many lures, and we're gonna do one while we're here. But yeah, we've been, because I remember in our practice run, we were really hard up for paint at times. But this time, quite the opposite. Yeah, the wind is being highly uncooperative here. Okay, so yeah, we'll go up and over. Because there is a bag worth checking here. Then what? Why did you stop? And there's a backpack once we're down back on ground level that I'm pretty sure is a consistent go drink spawn. We're gonna want that too.
Nothing good about that sound.
Oh, come on. What you got for me? Is it... No. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright.
Clearly not alone out here.
You think? Okay, and there's the other backpack. I do not enjoy goading while under time pressure, but we really don't have an option just now.
To give it plenty of space.
Okay, now. See if we can do this as painlessly as possible.
Not what I wanted to hear.
And cutting across the rock face will help there. There we go. Try to wedge ourselves into this little corner here. And we're doing very slowly what D-Dubs does just automatically. Okay, we are down. Let's go. That was actually pretty okay. Okay, we got eyes on the climbing rope. Unfortunately, there is no goat out of here. Or if there is, I just simply do not have the patience for it. So we're going to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
That can't be good.
Okay. No sign of jerks. We like that. Yeah, I think that's just a regular jerk. Here we are. Okay. Page.
Okay. I could use this.
Yeah, we really got to make sure we're fully rested. Now, it's convenient that D-Dubs is not within 200 meters. So we should have time to, say, just hustle back, even just like just to that back wall, drop a lure there, and then make a beeline for the climbing spot. See, you are nowhere near as good, so away you go. Okay, fine. Fine and good. Got 4 stems if we need. Hopefully we don't need. Yeah, we have... hoarded some maple syrup. Let's do something about that. That'll help lighten us up a touch. Now, do not drink. Because we need time, or we need thirst bar to take in coffee or go juice or both. Okay, we're gonna be very careful with this. We've already been burned multiple times by thinking there's more ward left than there actually is. Okay, now is that 1 hour of ward? I'm not so sure it is. Okay, so how do we want to handle this? Okay, here's first thing. Make sure you're on the radial. You're on the radial. I don't know why you're not on the radial. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Do we try to sleep and make sure we're fully rested? So we are, if I pick up our bedroll, we are just under. Ooh. Okay, well here. But we don't need 4 liters of water. Okay, while we still have that,
What was that?
okay, here we go. Our record is getting within 6 meters of the our boyo here. Let's see if we can not do that.
You are not gonna get me.
Don't sprint. Don't sprint. Eyes on the rope. Eyes on the rope. Okay, condition loss not too terrible. Oh, you thirsty, are you? How about some delicious coffee? Well, there goes the lure. I would have preferred to be farther up the rope when that happened, but, well, here we are. Yeah, usually when I'm doing the speedrun strats, I'm meeting Darkwalker right here. Which is awkward, let me tell you. Oh, come on, girl. Come on, girl.
Stay alert.
You can do this. There. Another coffee.
Nothing good about that sound.
Now, we need separation because our way out is going to have us doing a switchback and actually getting closer to it. That was weird. Healed, affliction, healed again. Huh. Must have just dipped back in there for a femtosecond. That a wolf? It's a wolf that refuses to run. There. Weird. Okay, now. That problem solved. Now, got to keep an eye out for the bear, which likes to wander this neighborhood. I think its cave probably is right over there. There is a small little goat that can shave some time off our departure, but it's not that substantial. Okay, let's go. The switchback begins. Hey, Stewie, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're all right. I will do some running here. We can sleep when we're up top.
Clearly not alone out here.
And there we are. This is why we try to get through this ASAP. You all right? Good, good. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, for the most part, it was a working weekend for me, but we got it done. And I did manage to get one job application out today, including the dreadful process of writing a cover letter. Those are always just excruciating. But we made it happen.
Something moving out there?
So yeah, so in this next week, I'm going to see about pumping a few more of those out there, just to cover the bases, get some more irons in the fire, and give ourselves options. Because the situation here is frustratingly non-specific. Oh, it did the triple again. That was weird. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and if I'm feeling really brave, I'll flip the open to work switch on LinkedIn, and well, I don't. My expectations for that will be low, let's just say, but who knows? But yeah, thanks, Dewey. It was a small triumph, but they all count. Okay, it is. Yeah, we're only 38% here, so now enough of these, manufactured wards. I'm gonna do my own. And I'm going to give Astrid some decent shut-eye. Well, kind of. 4 hours worth. Viewing applications for 3 years. Oh, God, Lily, that's awful. Yeah, that sucks. All kinds of suck. I'm sorry. Sorry you're having those kind of struggles. I know it's. I'm here complaining that I got. I still technically still have a job, and I'm here complaining. I know there are people out there who are in far more dire straits. Friends of the channel who have been unemployed for long stretches. And I feel bad moaning and complaining, but hey, where else am I going to do that if not in my own stream? But no, I do hope that turns around for you soon, Lily, because that has got to be no end of frustrating. So we are at 42, so it's going up at a decent clip. Yeah, I think we're gonna start just using some of this spray paint and we're gonna chill. Gonna let that clock build up, and then we're gonna leave. And if D-Dubs doesn't like it, he can go pound snow. Let me apologize for your own stream. Well, I appreciate that, Lily. Yeah, I know I know what's the phrase like check your privilege. I know it's overused in some quarters and mocked in others, but it's still okay. I am a mature enough person. I have enough self-awareness to where I can bemoan my bad fortune without necessarily saying, "Oh, I am unique in the world. No one has it as bad as I do." Obviously, that's not the case. Ah, well. You know, okay. Since we're not going anywhere, since we're going to be here for a hot minute or several hot minutes, let me say this. And I think I alluded to this yesterday, but what's burning my biscuits, among many things, but well, first out, like, management calls an all hands meeting at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday. Nothing good comes of that, obviously. They don't announce like promotions and raises right at the end of the workday by the weekend. But part of what's really annoying me is the fact that we were told like our output isn't nearly high enough. You need to generate more traffic, drive more subs. But they don't say how much. They say do more. What is more? Right? Because I explicitly asked during that meeting, okay, you say we're not producing enough. How much is enough? What do we need to hit to be acceptable? And they refused to give me an answer. So, well, it's hard to put a number on that, and you play in a unique role as you're a reputational asset to the company, but just do more with less. It's like it feels like are we being set up to fail, right? Or are they reaching for excuses to make cuts they were going to make anyway? All struggles are balanced. That's where yeah, that is a good point, Stewie. Okay, timer is up. There we go. There's one thing. But man, I don't know. It's like here's the thing. Like three, maybe okay. New ward. Boop. There we go. And we can drop a little weight. Yay. But yeah, like so like 4 months ago we had a similar meeting, us and the big boss and then his big boss. In that meeting they made it explicit. We don't want you like to go chasing clicks and views. We don't want to be the Daily Mail. We're focused on quality. Quality reads, quality readers. And yet, now we're being told you need to drive more traffic. You need to generate more subs. And it's like, well, which is it? And how much? They ain't gonna fucking say. This is why I am. Well, it's not why. It's part of why I'm so frustrated. Like the looming prospect of unemployment also quite frustrating. Okay, let's get Astrid rested up here. Go for another 4. That should get us fully rested. Yeah? Yeah. And the other, okay, well, not the other thing, another thing. Oh, all right, fine. So part of the rationale, the excuses for doing what they're doing is, oh, we have to adapt to AI. And I don't, how is having fewer people making less gonna adapt to AI? Unless by adapt to AI you mean cost the company less. Because I also say, like, management is like fully AI pilled. We have our own bespoke AI proofreader. We have we got a program where we're making like they're cloning staff members' voices to use in text to speech from our website. We have AI powered search on our website, and here's the one that really shot my eyebrows up. We have started using AI generated art, quote unquote. Because management swears up and down they're not using AI to replace any employees. And yet, they just up and dismissed our lead illustrator, and now the art department is using generative AI for first drafts and conceptual art. But everything passes through the hands of a human. So the fuck what? Adaptive layout AI can mean layoffs once they figure out that AI is cheaper. Oh, they know. Well, if the people managing us haven't figured that out, the people managing us definitely know, because they are a tech company. And yeah, we're giving ground. We're incorporating AI into our work, despite everything is still human based and everything is signed off by a human. But I don't. Okay, I lost my train of thought there for a minute. But yeah, it's infuriating. And the hell of it is, they want to take our, like, the AI proofreader we're building in-house, and everyone in the newsroom is an unpaid beta tester for it, by the way. We are required to use it, no matter how bad it is. And it is bad. It just makes shit up. Like, we have fed it our in-house style guide, and it does the opposite. And this is like close to, we're pushing a year of trying to build and tweak and fix this thing. It's still, at its best, it matches what we already do. And at worst, it is like actively harmful to our cause. Hey, Northern Lights, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're doing all right. Like I said, us for that. Well, yeah. I am open to, like, giving some leeway to, like, the people who are managing us, because I imagine they are catching, like, no end of pressure from the people above them to make us profitable. Despite the fact you can count the number of profitable newspapers in the Anglosphere world on one hand, most likely. But I digress. Lily, AL never compete with humans. People who lean on so much in the end of the week. Well, I take your point. I don't disagree. Where I think the the issue comes in is the people making the decisions are fine with an inferior product as long as it costs what they want it to cost. Because they clearly see so what we're doing. Like so part of the restructuring we're facing is they're basically stripping out the entire process, like the entire proofreading process. Normally, the person in charge of the desk sees a story or an op-ed first. They work with it some. They kick it to the production editor, people like me. We do the heavy lifting. Fix the grammar, syntax, we check facts, make sure it makes logical sense, add photos, links, videos, all kind of stuff. And then it goes to a check sub, a proofreader, someone who makes sure everything is good. And humans being humans, sometimes we miss shit. Or sometimes things can be improved. And then once they're good with it, then it gets sent off to the website, and it gets sent off to the print people, and then we move on to the next. So now, management's bright idea is you're being too thorough. You're not producing enough content. So the proofreading process is just being, completely excised. And they're justifying it by saying, oh, the New York Times did it back in 2018. One, that doesn't mean it's a good idea. And two, the New York Times has stupid amounts of money. Like, they still have enough people within the office to where they can still maintain decent quality. We are nowhere near the size of the New York Times. Lily said your husband is a tattoo or is an artist. Said people give him AI generated slop. Oh yeah, because they don't have to pay artist friends or come up with ideas of their own anymore. They can just go to the magic plagiarism machine and say, hey, I want a picture of Fred Flintstone bench pressing Betty Boop, or whatever. I don't know what people get tattooed on themselves. I'm that square. Hey, Pancake. Welcome in. Good to see you. Sounds like they're kind of setting you up for failure. It feels that way, man. It feels that way. Feels are not necessarily reals, but boy. I mean, the way, like, with the meetings we've had and, like, the way we've been treated, it's clear that the people in charge on our level, they don't think very highly of us at all. Ugh. Easy to terminate. Have a way to terminate your contracts without repercussion. Maybe, but this is Hong Kong. This is Milton Friedman's platonic ideal of a free market economy. Worker protections are more of a notional thing than any kind of like a robust system. Definitely not the leftist workers' paradise some Western leftists have cooked up in their head. But anyway, I don't know. And if I'm honest, there's probably no reason. Like, nothing good can come of me speculating on their motives, because they ain't gonna change their mind. Okay.
That can't be good.
Oh, dang it. I kind of needed you to not be close, but oh well. Yeah, I do. I want to push this up as high as we can, and we'll leave with a 2-minute warning. Because even though we're not doing any indoor shenanigans, I do want to keep milking the clock. Although now we're gonna get Astra's occasional verbal ejaculations. They took the time not meeting expectations. Not in those words. Like they said, like our section is not producing enough to justify the number of people we have. So that's why they're axing 2 positions. One guy already left, and his role is not going to be filled. And that only leaves 1 other spot, and I'm next lowest in seniority, so...
What was that?
It was bullshit, Astrid. That's what it was. It feels for all the... Like, I would be agog, aghast, if I am not... Because, like, the fucked up thing is, they said, okay, so start this brave new world by just being down 1 person. See how you like it, and then we'll decide. We'll agree on who's being let go. It's like, come the fuck on. Tell me.
Not what I wanted to hear.
And let me do something about it. Let me, break my lease, or maybe find a job somewhere else in the company. But shit, now I'm just hanging out in limbo. Think of an example of expected? They sure didn't.
To give it plenty of space.
I specifically asked, like, what we would need to produce to meet their expectations. And I asked twice, and twice they refused. Either they couldn't or they wouldn't give me any kind of concrete answer, which, I don't know, man.
Nothing good about that sound.
So now, to be clear, I was clear-eyed enough when I got here 6 years ago that this was not going to be a forever home. I wasn't going to be here for the next 20 years, get a golden watch, and retire. But I'm just... I just... If you're going to get rid of me, do it for a good reason, rather than just... We need to adapt to AI.
Clearly not alone out here.
Hey, Sai, good to see you. You were catching me in mid-fetch while we're waiting for the clock to run down. As it probably means they don't even know. They don't know enough to know what would meet their goals. Yeah, or even if there are goals that, or they would want us to meet their goals, or they saw they have this many people. Maybe we can chop some budget that way. No, it seems like it may be good to leave on your own terms. That I will say, Pancake. Yeah, I am in the process of sending out applications now. I did one while I was watching Slid's stream earlier this evening. Now, if I had any kind of faith, I would get some compensation, like some like they would oh god, what's the word? I know there's a word for it. Severance. There we go. They'll give me some severance for the time I've been here, or at the very least for the the weeks of vacation I have not taken,
That's
then
not the wind howling.
I might be more willing to go quickly. But as it is, they ain't gonna give me shit. So yeah, yeah, Lily Pancake, yes, Severance. I got there eventually. God, there's your person who works with words for a living. Anyway,
To give it plenty of space.
we got. Let's get 1 hour. There we go. Okay. Wait. Shit. Okay. Fuck it. We're going. Honestly, I was afraid for my food, so I thought, what the hell? Let's just go. You have a degree of health in healthcare, and then oh, hello. And in 13 years, you have yet to use it. I'm I'm kind of feeling the same way, but then again, I I went back to college to get a degree so I could go work at the State Department, and well, that absolutely failed. See, I'm not. Well, as I'm not explicitly using that degree. But yeah, it's just. And then there's so many employers who just treat degrees like, well, basically like the new, well, yeah, the bachelor's degree of the old high school diplomas, where they're like a demonstration of entry level competency. Like what was it like? It's proof you can stick to something for 4 years and finish it. Like, I don't know about that. I can't imagine him. That's the that weighs highly in employers' thinking. But anyway, now I'm just babbling. But yeah, it's not great out there. Is like an off-country company branch or an on-site subsidiary. We are. Yeah, I think we were independent for a century actually, and within the last 15 years, we got bought by a tech company. So we are we're our own thing, but we're also like owned. Like we are. I don't know if that's technically being a subsidiary or if we're just like someone else's property. I'm not sure what the legal terms are there. Okay, what are we? Let's see, what do we have? We got 45%. Okay, let's pop into the credit union. We'll help ourselves to the coffee there. We'll go down to the Orca. We do have a pry bar, and then we'll head to the exit. Oh, we're gonna watch our weight though, so we do have a lot of stuff. Mostly flares and spray cans. Seriously? Yeah, associate degree in the places where people with my credentials want a bachelor's. You didn't go into debt for your education. Yeah. Like you can do the job or you can't. Like what is if you if you have the skills, what is the functional difference between a 2-year degree and a 4-year degree? You didn't take, college algebra at 8 a.m. on a Monday with, 300 of your closest friends. Okay, grab you, and you. Ooh. And honestly, Lily, that is the sensible way to go about it. So the associate's degree, not necessarily having the going with the traditional college experience, because yeah, you are
Something moving?
saddling yourself with a whole lot of debt that might not even do what you want it to do and get you that edge in the marketplace. Like, because that's how I got when I went back to school in my 30s. That's how I started. I started taking online courses at a community college. I finished my associates debt free. It was awesome. But then when I moved on to the bachelor's, which I was pretty sure I needed, that's where I suddenly racked up all my student loan debt, which 9 years later I'm still paying off, and probably will be for quite some time. Uh, and then I did an even stupider thing and went to pursue grad school. I thought, oh, maybe there's a career for me in academia. Oh, that was dumb. Thankfully, I had the good sense to bail after getting my master's. Okay, just to make sure we're safe in here. Not that we're going to stick around through the whole thing, because that would be shenanigans. But just so we can give this a thorough going over. Because there will be some inventory management involved before we leave. Yeah, no canned food, thank you.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
No tinned food either. Especially not that tinned food. Ugh. Oh. Yes.
I'll take it.
Okay. Nice. You like some good fresh beef jerky? Oh, more go drinks, absolutely. How am I not cucumbered? Ooh, ammo, yes, we love it. Don't need those. Normally I'd be delighted at a loose arrowhead, but we're just, yeah, crafting is not in our future.
I think I can use this.
Yeah, I should get a cucumbered emote made at some point. I feel like that'd be like a an emote of a cucumber wearing a heavy backpack. That'd be adorable, I think. Uh, you think part of your company is getting sold because it's legacy value and established in-country media, and they're trying to ramp up the numbers where it happens with AI tools. And whoever's buying is going to use that as okay. Let's just speed it up. That that actually that does sound like uh, a not unreasonable read on things, because there have been rumors in the past that we were going to get sold off. None of them came to pass, but I would. It would not surprise me if there was at least a little fire to go with that smoke. Here, give me. Can we get 3? Let's try to get 3. And then we'll peace out. Okay, yeah, ward's still up. Good. Okay. Now put that away. Inventory management time. Alright, this is all fine. I am going to drop these. We have more than enough fire starting. We got go drinks. We got stims. These are fine. Got lots of quackers. Got some walking around food. That's good. We still have 2 kilos worth of flares and 1, 2, 3, 3.5 kilos just of spray paint. Good grief. But yeah, that could very well be Pancake. We could be about to be spun off or sold off. Although the fact that management has put so much, I would say, reputational capital on the fact that they bought prime real estate in one of the most expensive parts of the world's most expensive real estate market. And I am of the opinion, and I know I'm not alone here, this is part of the reason we have suddenly all been told we have to be in the office all the time. Although, incidentally, tomorrow is Monday, I am refusing to go in the office, 1, because my boss is not going to be there. He's flying back to the UK for family stuff. And 2, I gave up Friday, my usual work from home day, to go in for that stupid meeting and present a united front with my fellow in-office colleagues, as opposed to the one in Singapore, the one in India, and the one in England. So, I am, as the saying goes, reclaiming my time. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I would put the odds on your interpretation, Pancake, I would make them much higher. I would say it is still sensible. Excuse me. All right, do I want to have a coffee? I have enough coffees. Yeah, let's have ourselves a nice coffee and just go. Oh, and we're actually out of the ward. Ooh. Okay. Andiamo. That's right. You just keep running. Oh, did they buy it or did they buy it for their respective buyer? Because it's easier to buy stuff as native. Um, okay, I think if I'm remembering the the discussion around the sale. So the people who it was local ownership, and then there were some uh some foreign groups, one in particular who came in and they were making noises like they wanted to buy us and then remake us in their image, etc. and so forth, and to to preserve local control and local influence. It was decided that the the people who bought us, they are a Chinese company, but they're more mainland. We good? We're good. So partly it was keeping it out of foreign hands, but also making sure we would be more supportive of the central government and the city government and their plans for the city. But
Clearly not alone
at the same
out here.
time, we're we still cost money. Even as a source of a reputational resource, we still gotta sign people's paychecks at the end of the day.
That's not the wind howling.
So, man, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I would say the most likely outcome. Wow, 5 of them. That's new. We used to get 3. I would say the most likely outcome is I am going to be out the door. Either I get thrown out or I throw myself out, and I'm out of here long before any sale gets finalized. Because that is probably a years down the road situation, and my time here is almost certainly not going to be measured in years.
Nothing good about that sound.
I would love to be wrong. Or would I? I don't know. Because, here's the thing. I've been laid off from 3 of my last 4 gigs in newspapers. And it comes with the territory at this point. So I have seen, I've seen this movie before. We come up with all kinds of brave, innovative ideas to be agile and nimble and adapt to changing times.
What was that?
But they all end up being cut staff, give people less, charge them more. And so we've been bleeding staff. We have the print product has shrunk. We have a smaller print product with fewer stories.
Not what I wanted to hear.
And for that, we're going to charge people more. And we're getting the whole spiel about do more with less, and be creative, etc. and so forth. And
Better stay alert.
of those places where I've been, one of them no longer exists, one of them is online only, and then the other one got sold off to a different company and got their workforce basically halved. So this is not a spiral you leave once you either get put into it or put yourself into it. So much as I like the money, and as much as I like Hong Kong, it might be time to peace out, Cub Scout. I feeling secondhand frustration. Corporate work style angers you when workers are not people. Yeah, and that is ultimately what it always is. You know, we are expenses in a spreadsheet to the people who do this. You know, the AI isn't coming to take HR's jobs. It isn't coming to take middle management's jobs. It's coming to take our jobs. The people who actually do shit. You know, the people who create the work that brings people to us in the first place. AI can do that, but you know, AI can't tell people do more with less, because something has to bring this in, because things are getting, well, and part of it is like that there's still people adhering to the pleasant fiction of infinite growth in a world with finite resources. It just, line must go up. Its line must go up more than it did last year, or we're going to sack you, CEO, and bring in someone who will bring us even more cake and ponies. And everyone feels they have to do it. They have to lavish massive, you know, paychecks and bonuses on these CEOs who are buying shit up and running things into the ground and stripping it for parts because we have to stay competitive. Oh God, I can feel myself veering into Ed Citron territory. I should probably stop. But next thing you know, I'm gonna stop stream and start a Substack. God forbid. But yeah, I see what you're saying, Pancake, about how something has to break, but I gotta wonder what, because the stock market has, had, crisis. There have been crises and crashes as long as stock markets have existed, and yet it persists. So, I mean, I know, again, I am on blue sky probably more than I should be. And the whole, ethos of capitalism is the real problem is, it is not unknown to me. But as part of what I wonder is, okay, what do you replace it with? And how do you take care of the people, like, if you burn down the system, how do you take care of the people who were reliant on that system? Not the CEOs, not the C-suite people, like the people who are going to food banks right now. The people on welfare. How do we take care of the people who need to be taken care of? If and when we burn down the system. I hear answers to that less often. Nothing beyond like organize and mutual aid. It's like, okay, but the amount of groundwork that would take is considerable. And like organizing in San Francisco or New York or I don't know, Chicago? Sure. But Buffalo, Wyoming? Williston, North Dakota, Cotton Plant, Arkansas. You got people there too. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying if we're gonna burn down the system, we got a lot of people to take care of. But again, that's why I am a policy nerd rather than a social media poster, because I am consumed with annoying questions like, does this shit actually work? One of the many reasons I don't get invited to parties. Okay, we at 8 minutes. Is that ward gonna hold? If you're ever in the UK, I'll invite you to a party. Oh, that's very kind of you, Pancake. Is it the Monster Raving Loony Party? I hear they're fun. Okay, so we leave. Now, last time when we went into Mystery Lake, we got bounced onto a suboptimal trajectory because Darkwalker was on us. So this time, let's try to... We'll stick to a good path. Excuse me. And make sure we hit the campfire from a good angle. Oh, a backyard barbecue. Ooh, that does sound nice. It's been ages since I've been to one of those. Let's see. Okay, fine. I might fix that up at some point, but not now. We have got rid of most of our heavy food. That's good. We're going through the flares. That'll help. You notice how the spray paint, they're not a half a kilo, they're 0.54. Which is a very specific amount. And I'm not sure how Hinterland landed on that. Have you shared the forbidden recipe thing? I have not. Although I will say I am going to a family wedding next month. If I'm gonna share it anywhere, it's gonna be there. Because I know of at least 2 people who would be interested in and capable of making said recipe, who are going to be there. One of whom is my dad. But no, not yet. And this past month has been an absolute brain scrambler. Like the typhoon was probably a high point because they actually came through and lowered the temperatures a little bit. But it's something like low to mid 30s, high humidity, and rainy, damn near every day. It's like, I think I saw some graphic where it's like the second rainiest July in Hong Kong since records have been they started keeping records in like 1884 or some such. Oh, okay, time to go.